to the next question, which is going to be a question 9, for example, or question 10. Okay, so let's start with the question 9. So let's choose the pen. Okay, good. Okay, so question 9. So over here, first of all, we have to find the domain. The domain for the even root, because you know in here we have x to the power 3 over 4 minus 4x to the power 1 over 4. Now there is a rule which is saying that if we have x to the power a over b, this is going to be equal to the square root, and the index of the square is the number in the denominator, which is b over here, and for a it will be just a power. So we can convert this to be from this form to this form. So in here, if we would like to write this as root, it will be the fourth root, and for this it will be also the fourth root, which means it's even. Now for the even root, the domain, it will be the expression inside the root, which is x over here and over here. Okay, it will be greater than or equal 0. So x greater than, so this is the domain, x, the expression inside the root, greater than or equal 0. So any number, if I get any number less than 0, this number will be rejected. We cannot consider this as a critical number. Okay, so this is the domain. So starting now with finding the derivative, f prime, it will be equal to 3 over 4 x to the power 3 over 4 minus 1, which is 4 over 4. This is going to be minus 1 over 4, and minus in here 4 multiplied by 1 over 4, okay, multiplied by x to the power 1 over 4 minus 1, which is 4 over 4, and that's going to be minus 3 over 4. Now directly making the derivative equal to 0, okay, so this is 3 over 4 x to the power minus 1 over 4 minus, this is 1, okay, so x to the power minus 3 over 4 equal to 0. Now I can take a greatest common factor, which is going to be the expression with the least exponent. So in here I can take x to the power minus 3 over 4 as the greatest common factor. So this one, so x to the power minus 3 over 4 multiplied by 3 over 4. Now what is going to be over here? Now if we take this aside, so x, you know that taking greatest common factor, it's like division. So it will be x to the power minus 1 over 4 divided by x to the power minus 3 over 4, which is going to be equal to what? It will be equal to x to the power minus 1 over 4 dot x, if we take this upward, x to the power 3 over 4. And 3 over 4 minus 1 over 4, it will be 2 over 4. So x to the power 2 over 4, which is after simplifying x to the power 1 over 2. So this is going to be x to the power 1 over 2 minus 1 equals 0. So let's just write it again. So it will be 3 over 4 multiplied by square root of x, as we mentioned before in this rule. Okay, so in here minus 1 over x to the power 3 over 4. If I would like to take this in the denominator, it will be positive, equal to 0. So now I can find the zeros of the numerator. Okay, so zeros, so it will be in here, okay, so 3 over 4 square root of x minus 1 equal to 0. So 3 over 4 square root of x minus 1 equals 0. And I will get from that, after taking the 1 and multiplying by 4 over 3, this is going to be square root of x equal to 4 over 3 after taking the 1 and 4 over 3. So now square for both sides, which is going to be x equal to 16 over 9. So this is the first 0. This is from the numerator, and we can find the undefined value for the derivative, which is going to be undefined value for the derivative, which is x to the power 3 over 4 equals 0, and that will give me x equal to 0. So now I have two values. This is the first one, 16 over 9, and the second one is 0. Okay, I will ask myself a question again. If they are included in the domain and the domain is greater than or equal 0, 16 over 9, and the 0 greater than or equal 0, so this is included and this is included. Now just I have to find if we have local maximum, local minimum, or both of them. So the number line, then I have 0, and I have 16 over 9. Okay, now I have to substitute some values in the calculator. Directly it will give me the answer, if it's positive or negative. 16 over 9, which is almost 1.7. So let's see this. So in here, going to the calculator, taking the first value. So before the 0, let's take minus 1. So I will write the function first of all, the derivative, okay, and I will substitute some values. So in here, parentheses, 3 over 4, 3 over 4, yes, multiplied by square root of x alpha x, then it will be minus 1, then close the parentheses, then downward I have x, or the fourth root of x. Actually you can write it like this. So I will write x, yes, the fourth root, alpha, so this is the 4, no, that's 4, yes. Okay, then x over here, alpha x to the power 3. So, and of course we cannot take any value less than 0, okay, because in here we have even root in the denominator. So once you calculate minus 1, for example, this is not acceptable. That's it. Type okay. So let's go back and change the value. So we have no values less than 0, so we cannot take them because we have even root over here. So I will take value from 0 to 16 over 9. Okay, so let's say 1, calc at 1, which is negative. And what about after the 16 over 9? After 16 over 9 I will take 5, for example, calculate at 5, okay, which is positive. So in here, so we cannot take any value over here. In here it was negative, and in here it's positive. So this is downward and this is upward, so we have local minimum. So I will say I have local minimum at x equal to 16 over 9. And as usual, if you would like to find a point, it will be 16 over 9 and f of 16 over 9. That's it. Okay, and these are the critical numbers. Done. Next, inshallah, we will see how to solve any question from these. So we'll take an example about the trigonometric functions.